Hello, good evening and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kojobaka. The Ghana city might be the immediate beneficiary of the favorable deal reached with the Eurobond investors. Databank's market report showed that the city actually appreciated marginally against the major traded currencies late last week. There is more in the following report. Databank, in its currency update report, is linking the city's strong recovery to news about the outcome of the Eurobond debt restructuring deal. Databank in the report argues that the city in the latter part of last week appreciated marginally, not only against the dollar, but the euro and the British pound. Databank further stated that it expects the gains posted from last week to be sustained in the coming days. Joy Business checks showed that over the past weeks, the rates quoted by the forex bureaus have actually been coming down, especially when you look at the dollar rates. Well, for some market watchers, they will be waiting to see whether the cedi can indeed withstand the perennial depreciation associated with the Christmas festivities due to demand pressures in December. The IMF Board is expected to meet in the first week of December this year to consider Ghana's third program review report. This should lead to the approval and disbursement of some $360 million to the country. George Biafe has more.
The IMF last week passed Ghana on the third program review. This was after it completed its 2-week assessment over how the country has fared under the program. This is based on Ghana passing most of the indicators and benchmarks ending June this year. The staff is now expected to take Ghana's third review report to its management for the necessary review by some of the departments of the IMF. All these works could take about 4 to 5 weeks. This should mean that the board meeting on Ghana's program review could happen in the last week of November this year or in the first week of December 2024. On the day the board approves Ghana's program, maximum 2 days, the $360 million should hit Bank of Ghana's account. Unlike in the past, the news about the funds coming in could cause some serious movement. Some analysts are downplaying such shift. This because this time round, the market have already factored these inflows. However, it is really the news about Ghana passing the third review that could help restoring confidence in the economy going forward.
The Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, is cautioning state-owned enterprises against negotiating loan facilities that will increase the country's debt levels. According to him, government has made significant strides in bringing the country's debt to a sustainable level, hence the need for SOEs to help maintain the gains. He was speaking at the maiden edition of the Boardroom Governance Summit. The maiden edition of the Boardroom Governance Summit focused on the vital role of good boardroom governance in driving long-term organizational success, societal progress, and building human capital to improve the effectiveness and leadership in the boardrooms of state and private institutions. The summit aims to help boardroom executives to improve on their leadership and accelerate growth. Speaking at the event, Minister of Finance Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam cautioned state-owned enterprises to uphold good governance systems and help government in ensuring debt sustainability.
Whatever SOEs are doing, it has impact on the debt profile of the country. And so when SOEs negotiate loans and other facilities without regards to the national objective in mind, they leave us with losses and debts and contingent liabilities that the state will have to shoulder. And now we have limits on how much we can borrow under our IMF program. And we want to be able to continue to impose those limits even beyond our IMF program so that we have limits on debt levels which can be contracted by the government, as in central government, and those that be contracted by CEOs of SOEs.
Convener of the summit, Professor Douglas Boateng, called on organizations to uphold good corporate governance systems to enhance development in organizations in all sectors.
For me, it's not just about myself. It is about Ghana, and it's about how we can really use the resources that we have through effective boardroom governance, to uplift the people. I know our Honorable Minister is doing whatever he can. We've gone through a very difficult time. But slow progress, for me, is better than no progress. We are coming out of the woods. And with effective boardroom governance, we can really accelerate. We just need to find a way as captains of industry, C-suite executives, see ourselves as servants of the people so that we can really deliver for them. The Ghana we desire is in our own hands. We just have to work as a collective. And we must stop the blame game.
The summit saw the launch of the book, Practical Perspectives on Boardroom Governance. GSE Erimagwapo's report read to you. The managing director for the Ghana Stock Exchange, Abinamwa, has highlighted the need for stakeholders within the financial space to put in place policies that will empower the youth with financial literacy skills. According to her, this will encourage them to develop interest in finance management and investment, a move which will support the growth of the capital market and impact economic development. She was speaking at the Ring the Bell for the 2024 financial literacy.
Technology for us is what we take to leapfrog our development for exponential growth. And so we are very focused on improving and adding more digital solutions into our capital markets and creating an ecosystem where everyone can participate. My team will tell you every day I visualize and I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream of an app. Let's call it Ghana Investment Marketplace, for want of a better name for it. It will be on every single mobile phone. Ghana Investment Marketplace. Let's call it an app. On the YAM phone, through all the digital phones. And on it, you want to move some money from your Momo and buy a treasury bill. You go in and do that. You want to buy into a mutual fund. You go in and do that. You want to buy an educational policy, insurance product. You go in and do that.
Government, with support from the World Bank, has signed a new grant agreement to support over 200 micro, small and medium businesses led by women and persons with disability. The initiative by the Ministry of Trade and the Ghana Enterprise Agency forms part of the Ghana Economic Transformation Project to boost SME growth. More in this report.
The agreement will include a distribution of some 23 million cedis to the beneficiary applicant to support their business operations in order to employ more people. Speaking at a short ceremony to sign the agreement, Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, Michael Ochibeifi, highlighted the importance of such funds and what the government intends to achieve with the project.
The intentions of government, this particular government, has always been to increase your numbers. I'm talking about those in the MSME businesses, to make sure that your businesses grow to the extent that you can stand on your feet and do business well, to be able to gain more, so that you'll be able to employ more, so that other people who have also not benefited can also benefit from your employment opportunities. So this is very important. The other good news is that today, 207 people are being given money. They are given a total of 23 million cedis. That is extremely phenomenal.
Chief Executive for the Ghana Enterprises Agency, Kosi Yankee Aye, challenged the beneficiaries to use the funds for the intended purpose so more people can benefit from similar initiatives by the government and the World Bank.
As much as possible, show us that you can use it. Because the people we gave under cohort 1 and other cohorts or programs who were successful, we gave them other programs. And government didn't sit back. We realized that sometimes after people have invested, they need more funding. So every time this government has worked specifically to increase and bring aboard new programs. The SME Go is one of such programs where if you are interested and you believe and you utilize the funds, because we will come and check, you utilize the funds properly, we're able to give you more to do the work and grow the work. So this is really a big opportunity for you to do the work that you've done.
This is the final phase of the Economic Transformation Project for the year.
The chairperson of the Microcredit Association of Ghana, Wilberforce Osfori, has expressed concern about the increase in what he calls unlicensed digital and online lending platforms in the country. Speaking at the association's 15th annual general meeting, Mr. Ofori urged microcredit companies to continue to extend support to small businesses to help them grow.
Micro, small, and medium enterprises are the backbone of Ghanaian economy, driving innovation, creating jobs, and contributing significantly to GDP of about 70% and 92% of all businesses. However, access to credit remains a major challenge to many of these businesses. Our strategy as an association is to focus on supporting MSMEs by providing not only credit, but also the necessary business advisory services to ensure their sustainability and growth. This is our mandate, and we are committed to fulfilling it with the utmost diligence.
Old Mutual Ghana says it is committed to engaging its brokers for excellent service delivery. According to the company, it will continue to put the well-being of its clients and customers ahead of its operations.
Old Mutual described the event as a significant milestone aimed at bringing its brokers together to celebrate and strengthening valuable partnerships. The company said the brokers play an important role in helping it deliver quality service to its customers. Tavona Biza is the group CEO of Old Mutual Ghana. He outlines the company's vision in the near future.
Going forward, people should really look up to us continuing to provide customer-centric and innovative solutions. This is what we've come to be known for in the market, and this is what we want to continue to be known for in the market.
Some of the brokers expressed their gratitude to the company for engaging them to help address challenges facing them in their works.
I just want to say a big thank you to Old Mutual. This is the first broker engagement that I have attended, and I must say it's been insightful, and I'm grateful that we as brokers were recognized for our hard work.
It's actually been a good experience so far. I've been working with Old Mutual for quite a number of years, and the level of professionalism is actually commendable. I have really not had any issue when it comes to claims payments. Their premiums are quite good, so it's been a good experience working with Old Mutual.
As part of moves to appreciate the brokers, Old Mutual rewarded some of them for contributing to the company's success this year.
In more business news, My Life Insurance has commemorated its Customer Service Week with teachers in Kumasi, reiterating the company's commitment to transparency, fairness, and financial security. Chief Executive Officer Kweku Yeboah-Isuama says My Life Insurance recognizes the strong relationship built with customers over the years. He is, however, concerned about the threat of insurance fraud. There is more in the following reports.
The Customer Service Week is under the theme Building Lasting Bonds, highlighting the commitment of My Life Insurance to partnership rooted in trust, integrity, and a shared vision for a brighter future. For the past 5 years, the company has celebrated this special week with sharing cakes, drinks, branded t-shirts, jerseys, and books with selected schools across the country. Chief Executive Officer of My Life Insurance, Kweku Yeboah-Isuama, led his team in this year's exercise at the Bantima Presby School in Kumasi. He reflected the company's dedication to giving back to the community.
We chose this because life insurance is not a short-term business. You're looking at the long term. Long-term, the business is long-term in nature, and a life that is underwritten today could go as long as 20, 30, 40 years. We need to keep the relationship going, and that is why periodically we visit our customers to engage them, take up their challenges and see whether the product is meeting its intended purposes.
Mr. Yeboah-Isuama noted the insurance was founded on the principle of pooling resources to protect one another, a tradition My Life proudly continues, offering financial security and peace of mind. He, however, observed fraudulent claims by clients as a growing threat to the industry.
This fund is created to support those who suffer genuine losses. So if we get people coming in to make claims that should not be made, it is a depletion of the fund that we are creating. And that is our concern. We did a survey early part of this year, and out of about 100 cases we selected, about 40 of them, representing about 40%, were found to be fraudulent.
The services of My Life Insurance was commended by some customers, including Ajin Frimpong, an executive of the Ghana National Association of Teachers.
I've been in My Life from day one, since 2014, that we established a relation between Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, and My Life. For the past 10 years, I can say it has been wow. And My Life is one organization that I can vouch for, that everybody must join.
My Life seeks to leverage its customer loyalty in building lasting bonds for years.
Technology company has announced the launch of AI, a cutting-edge artificial intelligence platform to enhance productivity while transforming the world of innovation. Here's more.
Techno, Africa's leading smartphone manufacturer and global technology innovator, has launched its first artificial intelligence-powered ecosystem. The new lineup includes foldable smartphones, AI-enhanced laptops, gaming systems, and smart assistants. According to the company, these innovations are designed to offer customers personalized and interconnected technology solutions.
AI is going to make life easier for all of us. Okay, so Techno AI is focusing on two core principles: enhancing your productivity and bringing out your creativity. So how does Techno AI make us productive? Okay, so now we have a situation where people tend to allow language to be an impediment to their communication. With Techno AI, you can be able to translate the conversation somebody is having with you if the person is speaking another language. So for example, you are speaking with a Chinese, you don't understand Chinese. Techno AI will translate the conversation in real time for you to understand. And that is a part that is going to enhance your productivity.
National AI OT manager Godlove Kweku explained that the company's move into creating an AI ecosystem is intended to complement and enhance the lives of its existing customers.
You see, AI is here to stay. And Techno has really sat down to think of how the consumers who are buying their phones can benefit from AI. And so they have to take time to come up with devices that will complement anybody who is using a smartphone. So just take it for example, if you are in a market trying to transact a business, and then there is noise here and there, and then you want to just listen to a call, the struggle of trying to put the phone in your ear is quite difficult. So this is why we came out with what we call the smart audio, such that whilst you have your phone somewhere in your purse, you can easily place the call with a smart audio.
The UN Food and Agriculture Organization has completed an epidemiology training for 30 veterinary professionals across Ghana. Ohemi reports.
Organized through the Emergency Center for the Transboundary Animal Diseases of the FAO, the cohort included 5 participants who received additional support through the Animal Health System Strengthening Project of the United Kingdom's Department for Environment. The in-service applied veterinary epidemiology training is a key initiative to strengthen veterinary human resources at the front line to address emerging infectious diseases and transboundary animal diseases. The training aims at bolstering the field epidemiology capacity necessary for effective disease management at the human-animal environmental interface. The second cohort builds on the successes of the first cohort, which was launched in November 2021. Dr. Felix Fletcher, a veterinary officer for Accra Metropolitan Assembly, is one of the participants.
Initially, when we work at the district level, we just compile our reports and then we send to the authorities. But with this training, I have learned how to, process my reports, analyze them, make a few deductions before forwarding it on to those that matter for decision taking.
Ashanti Regional Veterinary Officer Dr. Mabel Abudu is happy at the prospects of the training. She wants participants to use the knowledge acquired to improve animal and public health.
You are to collaborate with veterinarians and other relevant stakeholders to investigate zoonotic disease outbreaks, conduct ongoing surveillance of animal populations, prevent and control disease that spread between animal and humans, ensure that farms and veterinary clinics and wildlife reserves follow biosecurity measures to prevent spread of infectious diseases, real-time reporting, and most importantly, analyzing data from outbreaks.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Animal Health National Lead of the Animal Health Systems Strengthening Project wants Ghanaians to be concerned about animal health. Dr. William Kuma Edu says more attention should be paid to surveillance to bring new emerging zoonotic diseases under control.
About 70% of the emerging diseases are from animals, zoonotic diseases. So the new diseases that are challenging the world now are from animals. So it's very good, and the aim of surveillance is to be prepared before it strikes. So we wouldn't wait and say, okay, let it happen before we take measures. So Ghana needs to be prepared.
The Food and Agriculture Organization is dedicated to advancing veterinary epidemiology capacities in Ghana and across the region. From Kumasi, for Joy News, Oimenteria reporting.
This evening, there are heightened calls for the youth to harness the opportunities available in Ghana's energy sector for economic transformation. According to Managing Director for the Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation, Dr. Edwin Provençal, young people must leverage new technologies to support the growth of the sector. He spoke to Joy Business at the Ghana Energy Awards Personality Outreach Program.
The Energy Personalities Outreach Program represents an invaluable opportunity for young minds to gain insight into the remarkable development within the energy sector. Managing Director of the Bulk Energy Storage and Transportation, Dr. Edwin Provençal, reiterated the need to invest in young people within the energy sector.
You will acknowledge the fact that there are some critical things happening in this country which is going to propel the next generation of leaders for this country. One of them is the fact that all of us, our children, used not to be able to get access to the junior high schools and senior high schools. As we speak today, because of free SHS, a lot of our youth are being educated. Now, these youth that are being educated, you and I know that it takes time to develop a country, it takes time to develop the skills. So the other big thing happening is the fact that you have this focus on STEM and TVET. So this youth coming out of these institutions, having the right skills will position them to take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution that this country is planning to take advantage of.
Chief Executive of Pecan Energies Ghana, Khadija Amwa, said there is a need to address supply and demand problems with a holistic approach to increasing women's access to careers in the energy sector.
I think just given the history of where women are coming from, not just in the industry, just education, I spoke about it earlier, the fact that historically female education wasn't a given, you understand? We've come very, very far. If you watch a documentary by RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Supreme Court judge of the USA who's passed away, may she rest in peace. And in it, she was sharing that in 1950-something, when she was going to Cornell, there was a ratio of 1 female to 4 males. Today, I don't think anybody standing here has experienced the ratio in going to school. But that's because people have fought. Oxford was established in 1096. I am an alum of Oxford Oriel College. 2020 was 200 years of female degrees in Oxford. So for me, it's beyond the energy sector. As women, we have to keep pushing, we have to keep striving, so that our lives will be a worthy tribute to those who have come before us and a proper inspiration to those who will come after us.
The Ghana Energy Awards is not only about celebrating achievement, but also nurturing the next generation of leaders.
Young entrepreneurs already have a lot to overcome. Being chosen by your investor or bank of choice is dissected on today's Entrepreneur News series.
Somebody asks me, why don't you bank with this bank? Why don't you bank with this bank? This is the reason why. You are young, so the assumption is that you might not have the full knowledge of what you're talking about. So you first need to be prepared for that bias. Then number two, forget about you. This is not about you. This is about the entity you are trying to. This is about Linus. It's about George. It's about the credit department. And it's about the fact that he needs to justify. You heard him say it, right? Justify to his bosses why he should give it to you. Whatever you think you have in your head doesn't matter. What matters is the criteria that you need to fulfill in order to get what you need to get to where you need to be. Do you understand the next step? Then the next step, and I'm glad he has overcome, he's answered the question, which is overcome your fear and doubt. Do it knowing very well that you have to only succeed only once. So knowing you look the way you do, knowing that we are ready to assist you, knowing that we know you have ideas that are semi-cooked, and knowing that there is nothing risk-free, like he said, which is again, I find this extraordinary, because most banks will tell you to bring 180%, 130% collateral. You know what I'm talking about, right? We've all faced it, right? You have a bank telling you, I know nothing is risk-free. Still tell me your idea and let's see if you can work. They are here. So be bold, put your ideas together, and look for that criteria.
Brought to you by Africa School of Entrepreneurship.
Thanks so much for watching Prime Business. Prime Sports is next.